and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren, and if you've never seen my face before and you'd like to subscribe to my channel, make sure to subscribe right down below. So in today's video, I'm going to be answering all of your questions about online school, and I'm so excited for this video because you guys asked me some really good questions. Before we get into it, I also just wanted to say that I have a new upload day. I have always uploaded on Sundays, but in my video class, we learned that weekends are the worst time to upload, and I guess that kind of makes sense. So I'm going to change my upload days to Wednesdays. New upload day. Stay tuned every Wednesday. New Lauren Evelyn video. So I originally asked you guys to just ask me like questions in general, and so many of them were about online school that I just put this up and said, okay, there was like way too many about online school, so I'm just gonna do an online school Q&A. And I got so many questions. Like, I never get a lot of questions when I do the question thing, and I got so many. If you guys want to be included in the next Q&A, make sure to follow me on Instagram at @ByLaurenEvelyn. So I'm just gonna go through them, I guess. There's a lot, so this video might be kind of long, but we're just gonna go with it. I don't know. And also I'm gonna be combining a lot of the questions because a lot of them were kind of similar things. I'm a sophomore in high school and I do K-12 international. Okay, so let's get right into the questions. So Llys asked, what is it like now that you do online school? I don't really know. People have said that I seem like a lot more confident and like happy, I guess. I don't know, that's just what people have told me. I guess it's good. Life's going good, so. So Morgan asked, do you feel disconnected from your friends doing online school? So I don't really feel that disconnected from my friends, I guess. Sometimes I feel a little bit disconnected if we're hanging out and people are talking about school. But last year I didn't really see my friends at school like at all. So it just doesn't really feel that different from last year because I would see them at lunch, but then other than that, I would have to like hang out with them after school, and that's just when I would see my friends. So it doesn't really feel that different. I also make a really big effort to make sure that I hang out with my friends on the weekends and after school. So Ali asks, pros and cons of homeschooling, and do you ever get lonely? So pros are definitely flexibility. I feel like flexibility is one of the biggest things. I'm able to get ahead of my classes. Like in photography, I'm halfway done, so I'm doing stuff that's due in like January. But in math, I'm only like 2 weeks ahead. It's super, super flexible. You can be like super ahead in one class that you're really good at, but in another class, just going more your own pace. It's also nice to just be able to like be by yourself when you're doing school, because when I'm in work mode, like I'm in work mode. I never really liked working in groups or like with partners and stuff unless it was my friend, because I just liked doing my own stuff and like getting it done really efficiently, and I've just always been that way. Also being able to do school anywhere is really cool. Like I love going to coffee shops. And another pro of online school, for me at least, I was able to do the classes I wanted this year and get like credits for them without doing all the prerequisites that my county required. Like in order to do photography, you had to take, I think, 2 years of art or a year of art, and the photography at my regular school was just not good. It was like black room photography. Like last year I did technical theater as my elective, and that was a really big mistake because I wanted to do intro to business and marketing and then I didn't do it. So this year I'm able to do intro to business and marketing and sports and entertainment marketing, which all of my friends are in right now. Like they're all in sports and entertainment marketing sophomore year. So if I went to regular school, I would be in the intro class while all my friends were in the class above that. So when I go back next year, I'll be caught up with everybody, if that made any sense, because it's only a semester class online, but in regular school it's a year class. And cons, probably not being able to get involved in school. I know that they say that you can get involved in like clubs and stuff, and the clubs are cool. Like I'm in a videography club and it's really cool, but it's just not the same as an actual school club where you're like with other people and you're meeting people. I guess meeting people too, like you can make friends, I guess, but not really, because a lot of the people live really far away. So And then to answer the second part of the question, do you ever get lonely? Not really, honestly. There's some times where I'll like see Snapchats of people at school and I'll just be sitting there like doing my work and I'm like, oh. But I feel like I'm really comfortable just being by myself. I really just don't get that lonely, I guess, because I'm so focused on school, and then I hang out with my friends outside of school and on weekends, and I hang out with my parents if I'm at home. Steph all over YouTube asked, do you ever plan on going back to school, or will you be doing online school forever? And I am 99.9% positive that I'm going back to regular high school for junior and senior year. It is not that I don't like online school at all. I actually really love online school. It's just I really want to have a normal high school experience, and at the school I was at last year, I just was so like miserable there. It wasn't the school's fault. I don't really know what it was. I've talked about this before, but I just didn't really like it there. So there's a new school opening up that's right near my house, and it's opening up next year. And I just have a feeling it's going to be a really different experience. There's not going to be a senior class opening year, which is when I'm going in. So I'm going to be the oldest for 2 years. So I'll be the oldest junior year and the oldest senior year. And I feel like when you're the oldest, it's just less intimidating to get involved in things. I have really bad social anxiety, so getting involved in things freshman year was just really like stressful for me. I also want to go back to have kind of a normal high school experience, like go to football games and cheer for my actual high school, and eat lunch with my friends and get a boyfriend and join clubs and do all that kind of stuff. So yes, I do plan on going back to regular public school. So Olivia McDonald asked, how are you finding online school? I am really liking it so far. I'm doing really good in all my classes. I have all A's, so your girl's really out here getting those grades. Cora asked, how many hours do you work on school per day? That's a really good question, because that was one of the main questions I was wondering before I started. So before I say, let me just preface it. I'm trying to get ahead. The semester is supposed to end in February of 2019, and I'm trying to finish by December, like the end of December 2018. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen, but I'm trying to be finished or almost finished by then. So that means that I'm doing a lot more school a day than maybe some other people that are like staying on track. But then another thing is I work very efficiently and quickly, so it might end up being the same. I don't know. But it really depends. Like if you're a slow learner and you need to take more time on things, then maybe it will take you longer. But if you're like I'm, like I said, really efficient and I just get things done really quickly, not like rushing, I just get things done quickly. But it takes me about 6 hours a day, I would say, maybe a little less, sometimes a little more. Usually the most I spend on school a day is 6 hours, unless I like go to a coffee shop to do homework with my friends after school. And if they're doing homework, I'm just doing regular school because I don't have any homework. So then it would be a little bit longer, but that's my choice. If it takes me 3 hours one day, then I'll just keep going on my schoolwork. So I can't really say that it takes me like 6 hours every day, because I'm doing a lot more than probably other people that do online school do in a day, because I'm trying to get ahead. What time do you wake up? P.S. I love you. That's from Nora. I love you too. And I usually wake up, it depends what time I walk in the morning, because I walk every morning. I've been walking before the sun rises, so like 6:30. So I usually wake up at like 5:45 or 6 a.m. because I like to have time to read and just like chill in the morning. Like I don't want to wake up and just go right on a walk. I like to have a little time to chill. Nora also asked, do you have any friends and do you go to gym class or anything? I don't have any online school friends. And do you do gym class or anything? For K-12 International, the online school I'm in, you only have to have 1 credit of gym. And I've already done that. My freshman year, I obviously did gym, so I like checked that off. But for the county that I'm graduating out of, because I'm planning on going back to regular school, the requirement is 2 credits of PE, which means that I have to do PE, which also means that I can't do it through the same online school that I'm doing, because I already met the requirement for it. So like they can't let me take that class. So I'm taking PE through my county, and I'm starting that in January, I think. So this was one of my favorite questions. I really like this question because I wanted to talk about this. Caitlin said, do you think that virtual school students are at a disadvantage when it comes to college? Okay, so there's two sides to this. I feel like on one hand you could be at an advantage because you're used to being on your own time and not having people tell you what to do and like when things are due. Because in college, I've never been to college obviously, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you're pretty much on your own and you have to keep track of all your deadlines and dates and everything. But on the other hand, I honestly feel like online school students are at a little bit of a disadvantage, and that is not the reason, but one of the reasons why I'm going back. Because I know colleges now really focus on extracurriculars and getting involved in your school and stuff, and that's really hard to do when you're in online school, honestly. Like, you can get involved in clubs, but it's hard to get into leadership positions and stuff. Like, that's what I want to do next year. I want to join clubs. I don't know personally, but I know of people that have done online school and gotten into great colleges. So I'm definitely not in any way saying that you doing online school will make you not get into college. But just in my opinion, I feel like you are a little bit of a disadvantage just when it comes to getting involved in extracurriculars and stuff. But when it comes to actual grades, you're not at a disadvantage because it's the same type of classes and you get the same grades. Lydia asked, what is your favorite part about online school? I kind of already said that. The flexibility is definitely one of my favorite parts. Lenlani said, how to make friends / keep friendships, well, I can't talk, while doing online school. Love you. I love you too. Keep in touch with your friends all the time and initiate asking to hang out. You really have to be the one to reach out and ask your friends to hang out. Most of the time your friends will ask you to hang out. Maybe they just don't know like what your schedule is, so it's just better if you reach out and ask to hang out and do things and come up with plans and stuff like that. Anjali, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I messed that up. She asked, how do you go to homecoming? And this question I addressed in my homecoming video, but I got so many questions about this. Like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe how many questions I got about this. I guess I just didn't really think that one through when I put that on my story that people were going to be wondering. But what I did is I asked my friend if I could go as her guest, because at my school you can bring a guest. So I went as her guest and I went with this other group, and it ended up being a really, really fun time. I want to stay as involved with my friends and in school events and stuff as I can, going to football games, going to dances. Diana asked, online school in-depth routine. So I will have an online school day in my life coming soon, so I'm not going to go too in-depth, plus this video is already like really long. I wake up around 6 a.m, go on a walk around 6:30 a.m, get back around 7:20, 7:15, eat breakfast with my sister, start school as early as I can, do school. I usually take a break around 1 or 2 to eat lunch, and usually I like watch TV while I eat lunch, so usually that lunch break ends up being about an hour. Then around 4:30 I will go to the gym, because I like to go to the gym after school. Michaela asked, do you miss anything from regular school, like the people, activity, sports, etc.? I'm definitely contradicting myself, because I know I said earlier in the video like I don't like being around people. I do like being around people, so I kind of miss, I don't know, just being around like actual people every day, like talking about the same things in classrooms, and like I feel like it helped me understand things better. Like if I didn't understand something, maybe somebody else would ask a question. Like that just doesn't happen now. I have to figure it out on my own. So I guess I kind of miss like social interaction. I didn't do sports, so don't miss that. But activities, again, I didn't really get involved in school last year. I don't miss it because I didn't do it, but I'm kind of like, I don't know what the word is, but like I'm excited for next year to be able to do DECA and different clubs and stuff, because I know those look really fun. Sophia asked, what is your favorite subject and why? My current favorite subject is definitely photography. Photography is so fun. It's digital photography. So a lot of people ask, do you get sidetracked? How do you stay concentrated? I struggle with that. How do you not get distracted while doing schoolwork on your phone and stuff? Things like that. So pretty much regarding my phone, I try to keep it in my parents' room. I know that might sound crazy to people, like, you don't use your phone? So I plug my phone in at night in my parents' room, and I try to not take it out of there, but then I don't keep it in my room because I have a really bad habit of scrolling through Instagram Explorer and just not being able to get off for like 30 minutes. So that's not good. So I try to just keep my phone away from me because I feel like that's the biggest distraction. In terms of staying concentrated and not getting sidetracked, I really like lo-fi music. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. I've been listening to like the study beats, lo-fi music and stuff, and I just blast it on my speaker like while I'm doing school, and I feel like that helps me stay concentrated so much because I'm just like focused. Also, how to not get sidetracked. So what I do is I set a timer on my computer for an hour and a half, like when I start a class. So that way, if I feel myself getting sidetracked, like I'll be like, oh no, I can't get sidetracked because the timer is going down and like I have to be done with my class before the timer runs out. So that's a really good tip, I think. I don't know, that's been working for me. So Sydney asked, would you say that it's better than public school? That's a hard question because there's a lot of pros and cons to both, but I feel like in terms of education, it's probably better than public school, but I don't really know. I only went to 1 year of regular high school, so I can't really compare it that well. Emily asked, does it give you more freedom / more time in your day? It definitely does, and that's another thing I really like about it, is especially with YouTube. Like I've said before, I did not start online school for YouTube in any way, shape, or form, but it is really good that I'm able to just like take a break in the middle of the day and edit my videos or film a video or bake or just do something like that, and then I can always just go back to my classes after I do all that stuff. So that's really nice, is that I have more time in the day and then I'm not super stressed out at the end of the night trying to get all of my homework done and go to the gym and do all this. I don't know where that cut off, but it said maximum recording time has been reached. So Morgan asked, what do you like the least about online school? Probably what I like the least is not having like classroom conversations, I guess. I kind of talked about this earlier, but like not having conversations with people in a classroom, not necessarily like side conversations, but like in English, like talking about a book and like getting into really deep discussion. I feel like that's one thing that is not there in online school, but overall like pretty much like everything about it. So Kara asked, is it hard to still have a social life since you don't see people every day? I mean, I guess kind of, because I don't really know all the drama and like tea going on in school, but it's not that hard. It's not as hard as you may think, because I still obviously have time to hang out with my friends and stuff. I'm able to have more time to hang out with my friends because last year I would come home from school and only have time to go to the gym and do my homework and then go to sleep at a decent time, and I wouldn't be able to hang out with my friends on school days, and now I can. Gabby asked, can you create your own schedule and decide when you want to do school? You can, at least with the online school I do, it is completely flexible. They give you all of your course stuff in the beginning of the semester and you just have it all there for the entire semester. I do have live classes, so I have to do those and be on those at the time they're on, but if for some reason you have to miss it, it's not really a big deal. You can just watch the recording. But other than the live classes, I can do it at any time of day, any day that I want to. Allie asked, what time do you wake up and how do you stay motivated? I love you so much. I love you too. And I already answered what time I wake up, and I kind of answered how I stayed motivated, but not really. I said how I stay concentrated, but not motivated. So what keeps me really motivated is just trying to like, not get through my classes, but stay on track. I made a calendar for myself and wrote down what classes I have to complete every day in order to be done by the time I want to. So if I don't get that done in a day, I just feel like, I don't know, like I feel like really unproductive. So what keeps me motivated is like the next step, I guess. I don't really know what keeps me motivated. What the heck? This is really making me think. I try to have really good grades like always, because I do have some high aspirations for colleges that I want to get into. So I need to really work hard or really grind all day, because I mean that's what I do. I pretty much grind all day. It's just work mode, getting stuff done, because I'm just really trying to get up there in the world. I have some dreams that I need to accomplish, and that's probably what keeps me motivated. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed today's video and you would like to subscribe to my channel, make sure to subscribe right down below and give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in next week's video.
head on.